Welcome in, Renegades. Now, I want to talk about something today because if you follow the channel, you know that I've been saying June is a bearish month. So I just want to talk about that and give some hopium about this and explain why this is beneficial. And you're like, well, a lot of people are telling me in the chat, oh, ICP isn't moving, other cryptos are moving more. Well, Bitcoin is the main one moving. We saw the Ethereum big spike because of the Ethereum ETF. This is all normal. And it goes through these different cycles in the bull market. We have cycles with the bull and bear market, which means you can pretty much judge until this pattern breaks when the best time within a couple of months to take profit. So what is happening right now, and you can go look at previous bull runs. This is what I do. I study the 2013 bull run, the 2017 bull run, the 2020, and the year after with all of those. And now we're gearing up for the 2024, 2025 bull run. So what this means is that during this bull run, we're going to have these periods where we see a 7x gain. When ICP went from $3 to $21, this kicks off the bull market, right? We saw Bitcoin hit new all-time highs, about 74,000. Ethereum never went to a new all-time high, as far as I know, which means to me, altcoin season has yet to happen. And what happens is once we get these big pumps to the upside, the market goes into this, where's the profit next, right? And so what happens is accumulation. We see the prices retrace. We saw a 7x gain and then a 50% retracement with ICP. And so why ICP isn't moving up to that $24, $25, $26 is because we are yet to hit that point in the bear market or in the bull market. And so what happens is we get all these different seasons. We saw meme coin season happen once. We saw altcoin season happen once. And we saw Bitcoin go absolutely parabolic once. Then it goes and tests those highs again, comes back, accumulates. So the next wave is going to start very, very soon for crypto, not just the Internet Computer ICP, but all crypto. And it's going to be very beneficial to holders. So my hopium for today, and what I want you guys to do is do some research. Look at the price of ICP historically. Look at the bear market. Yes, ICP went way down because it launched in the bull market. We already know why that happened. But honestly, Jasmine did the same thing, and there wasn't manipulation there. So sometimes cryptos, if they launch at the wrong time, it can cause a tumble effect. But if you go and you look at the charts, you can actually see in the bull market at the very end kind of where it plateaued at. And then you can look at it comparatively to other cryptos and where they were at in that point. And that can give us an idea of where ICP can go as an altcoin. This is what I do. I study previous bull cycles. And so what I'm expecting next is we're going to possibly have one more little pump in May. We might go to $13, $14. And then I expect Bitcoin to have a retracement or accumulation. It might not even see 52, but I'm thinking about 55,000 for Bitcoin, having a nice 25 to 30% correction while this accumulation happens at $12, $13. Now, let me explain this. So the psychological level at $13 is something where whales are accumulating, anything under that. So what is happening right now to get ready for next year and the next big waves is big money needs to get their money in crypto. And if you know anything about the way that big money buys crypto, they don't just buy $1 billion in crypto at once, even Bitcoin. That's not how it works. You can set up a bot to buy a certain amount over a certain period of time, or you can do like an over the counter sale, right? Which is off of exchanges. But the way that they accumulate is through time. It's just like they buy a little bit here, a little bit there, and a little bit to them is probably millions of dollars. But that's how they do it. They're not going to buy $100 million worth of ICP at once. So it's accumulation. And so anything under $12, this is why I'm saying $12. I told my family, I said, we're at $12. This is the time to get into ICP. Yeah, we might go to 1050 in the short term, but now is the time. And so what I want you guys to understand today, and do your own research, don't do it because I'm telling you to do it, but go look at previous levels. I'm thinking we're going to sit at 24 very nicely as a support level in our next move. And I think that's going to happen in July. I really think July. So we're gearing up for the next move. It's not going to happen right now, but with the next wave is going to happen. What we're going to see is maybe a 4X. So we could see ICP somewhere by 2025, like January. I would say probably November or December though. We're going to see ICP sitting at around $40. And that's probably what's going to happen with the historical context, comparing ICP to other cryptos where they plateaued during the, that had a full bull market, where it plateaued during a certain period. Look at where ICP, how much they corrected from that period, not from the top, because that was manipulated. So we have to have another base of reference. That's how I work. I need a base of reference to decide how it can move. You already saw me do it with Bitcoin, how much Bitcoin moves, and then I translated that into an altcoin ICP. But if we take all other cryptos, including Ethereum, look at where their baseline was after the first big dip. Look at where Internet Computer went after that first big dip. And then we have a baseline, which is right around that $40 area down to about 30. So that's an area that I'm expecting us to go next, because that is going to be the catalyst that sends us back up to that $80 level, which we hit for a very big support for a while. So I'm really thinking of those two levels being our next. We're going to see $20 come, probably in July or August. Then we're going to see maybe a $30 top there, go back down, hit $20, 21 as support. And then by, November, December, then when we have the big pumps, we're going to see ICP go to $40. That's my educated opinion. That's not fact. That's all speculation due to research. So I just wanted to share that with you because it's something that I think about all the time. I'm heavily invested in ICP. I see it buying me a future house that I can live in. And then whatever happens from there, I just want a solid place to live forever. And ICP is going to be my house. And then I can just invest to make my life better after that. And that's the whole point of being in crypto, is to make your life better. Why don't I just use the traditional financial system? Why don't I just go work a 9-to-5 job? Because I want to live a good life. This is why I don't work a 9-to-5 job. I used to. Trust me, I worked very, very hard from a young age. I started working at 16. I've been working hard my whole life. And so I got to a certain point where I was like, well, 9-to-5 doesn't really work for me. There's no advancement in most of the jobs that I've had to get me anywhere that I can run a business or have my own career. So I'm like, well, I need to think, and also besides that, not just the work, but okay, I'm dedicating 8 hours of straight time every single day to work. When I work now and I can go work 3 hours, go do something else, take care of something, run my business here, and then go back to work for another 5 hours later when I have time. That's why I don't work 9-to-5. They say you got to work for 8 hours. You got to be here right at this time. Well, dang, my life is pretty busy to give you 8 hours of my uninterrupted time. Now, how do I find time to spend with my family? I work 8 hours. I sleep for 8 hours. I'm cooking and driving for another 2 hours. Where do I put friends? Where do I put relationships? Where do I put hobbies and fun? So I'm like, well, there's got to be a way that I can work, because I don't mind working hard. That's not the issue. I really don't mind working hard, but I want to work on my own schedule where I can have a life and a balance. If you follow my channel, that's something I've been trying to obtain, is a balance in my life where I don't work too hard, which I did for 2 years making this channel. I just dedicated my whole life to it. But and now it's like I put in the work. It's time for me to find a different way. So that's why I came into crypto. I was like, well, crypto offers me that chance to work when I want, when I can, not just when I want, but when I can. And I was sick, so it's like I needed to take a nap whatever. But there was reasons why 9-to-5 doesn't work for me. So I was like, okay, well, crypto. And then I found ICP, got some grants, started building a project. And it's just great. And so I think crypto, if you understand it and you study, like I'm a math guy, I'm a charts guy, not so much maps some, but that's what I do. And so I saw all these patterns and I was like, I can do this. This is something I can set a goal, achieve every goal. That's the crazy part. I've never set goals. I've always thought I wanted something, but how do you get there? And so I set goals, and every single goal, I was like, I want to get to 1,000 subs in 1 year on YouTube. That's what I want to do that. I've seen people get it in a couple months, but I was like 1 year. And I did it in like 9 months. And so that was awesome. And then I found out that, you know, crypto can change my life with the amount of money that I can make as long as I do my due diligence. Can I just go throw my money in any crypto? And I had a friend, and I hope she's not mad at me now. She still contacts me sometimes on Messenger, but the last bull market, her and my friend, I was like, you need to invest in crypto, you know, Bitcoin, and they had all these other cryptos that they liked, and I'm like, I don't know if I can help you for that, you know, because you have to kind of know the crypto that you're talking about. So anyway, long story short, she invested in a bunch of cryptos. And I was like, they're pretty good ones, you know, and this was before ICP, or I would have told her about that. But then the bear market came and we lost touch, and I don't know if I told her, but yeah, it's just crazy how crypto can change your life, but you have to understand which cryptos and when to buy them. That's the thing. These cycles that happen, what crypto is doing, because I've seen cryptos that were in the forefront just lose everything, like Terra Luna. It was one of the biggest cryptos out there, but I never trusted it because it just, the way, like SafeMoon, just some of these cryptos, and I'm not a big Dogecoin guy either, even though Dogecoin did really well. That's one that I didn't pick that did well. But most of them, you have to search for longevity. So a community, people are eventually, I'm going to say it, they're going to get sick of Dogecoin. Like, this is the way fads work. And I love Dogecoin. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't invest in it, but I love the concept. I love the community. But again, I wouldn't tell you to invest in it because things, you remember Pogs? You'd slam the thing down and then the Pog would flip over. It's called a fad, which means everybody loves it for a certain period of time because it's fun, it's interesting. But after a while, that nostalgia, that sense of whatever you get from there goes away, and it comes back with nostalgia later on for little sections. And I think that's where meme coins are at. Right now, it's a big wave, but in 10 years, I'm thinking of the future, of the long term. We're going to have a new meme coin. We're going to have a new SHIB. We're going to have a new Peppy. We're going to have a new Bonk. Okay, and then Dogecoin eventually, 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, people are going to get like, okay, it's a meme coin. It's played out. We've made every meme we can make about Dogecoin. It does nothing with utility. It doesn't really accomplish anything. It's just a cool little joke, and that's what a Pog is. A cool little fad, and then it goes away. So when you invest in crypto, look at the fundamentals and the longevity of the project. Can it last? Does it have the technical capabilities to scale to the masses? That is another one. Is it so expensive that 95% of the population cannot use it? Like the traditional Bitcoin, Ethereum, right? It's super expensive and nobody wants to spend all their hard-earned money paying for gas fees. I just stake Ethereum for, this is just an example, probably not even true. Let's say I stake a crypto, not even Ethereum, for 6 months. And it's an Ethereum token. Those are even worse. Let's just say it's an ETH token. You stake it for 6 months. You earn $600. You pay $100 in gas fees. Well, you just wasted $100 of your hard-earned money over 6 months. That's only $100 a month. And they took a whole month of earnings from you, which is still cool. Ethereum's great. And it's a good crypto, and it has utility, and it's the first smart contract platform. So that one I would still invest in, but I would be looking for something else as well. Like Bitcoin's great, Ethereum's great, but can it scale to the masses without a layer 2? No. Now, how can it scale to the masses? Well, first, let's start talking about the internet computer. The internet computer can handle 5,000 transactions per second, which is over 350,000 Ethereum equivalent transactions. So that means that every second, the internet computer can do 350,000 Ethereum transactions. So if we do the math, 350,000 times 6, we're talking millions of Ethereum transactions per minute. What, 18 or 180 million or something, a little more than that. Just crazy amounts of transactions every minute. So if you do the math, 60 minutes in, an hour, 24 hours in a day, you multiply that by 24. I mean, let's just do the math on that real quick, because that's just a crazy amount of transactions. And this is just now, and they're going to be updating this very soon, allowing for more transactions to go through. So let's just say 350K times 60 minutes, that's 21 million times 24 hours. That's 504 million Ethereum transactions in per second. Hold on. No, I did that wrong. second, 60 seconds times 60, and then times 24. So sorry, it's 30,240,000,000 transactions per day. So that means everybody on the planet can do 4 transactions per day. Everybody on the planet can do 4 transactions per day. So that's right now. That's at 350,000 transactions per second times 60 minutes times 24 hours. And that's how you get that number. So that can be scaled to the masses. Why does that matter? Well, if you're looking at crypto not now in its current state, we need a lot of transactions right now. Imagine how Ethereum gets backed up with the amount of people that we have now. Not even the people that could be coming in. So you're paying all of these gas fees, okay, and it can only do, what is it, 350 thousandths of that per second or per day. So you're talking, I mean, Ethereum can't even do very many transactions per day without a layer 2. Now, there are layer 2s that could scale that up some, but none of them, I looked at the Solana chart, all of the other transactions, and I think the top one is 1,000 per second. So now you integrate the internet computer into Ethereum, into Bitcoin, but even without that, imagine all of this. So internet computer itself can do 30 billion, okay, transactions per day. If you divide that amongst Bitcoin and Ethereum, now you have 4 transactions per second on Ethereum that can be done. For, what is it? 350,000 Ethereum equivalent transactions per second, okay, on Ethereum. So if you're able to do that, 4 people from everybody on Earth could do 4 transactions on Ethereum per day. So that is crazy. And if we do the 5,000 per second on internet computer, that is going to be a little bit different because Ethereum transactions are a lot harder to compute. So, but that's interesting stuff. And that tells you the capability of what the internet computer can do for other cryptos. So that is definitely something. Good morning from Bali. Bali. I get caught up in numbers. But that is definitely why I'm invested in the internet computer for the very, very long term. Internet computer is going to not only scale all major blockchains. The whole point of this is I don't think Dogecoin is going to make it in 20 years. That's why Dogecoin doesn't have a 20-year roadmap. I don't think that the internet computer is going to be stopped. I don't think that anything else can compete with the kind of scaling that the internet computer can do. So longevity is based on scaling. It's based on the fundamental technical implementations of the crypto, and it's also reliant on the community. So we have all of the base structures for all of these things. So right now, if you're interested in buying a crypto, if you're like, okay, well, what crypto do I buy? If you go on Coinbase, I mean, let's just go on CoinMarketCap for a second. There is so many, and there is, let's see, 8,000. Let me just bring you over here with me real quick. I just want to show you the scale and how hard it is to choose a crypto if you don't understand crypto. And this is why I was telling you that story about my friend. She's like, well, are these good cryptos? I'm like, you kind of already bought them right now, but sure. So if we just go in here, and I mean, you can just go for days. How do you choose a crypto? I mean, how do you choose one of these? If you're new into crypto, or you're even like a year or 2 into it and like don't read charts and like are just kind of like buying because you like it, like look at this. Let's go to page 6. I mean, there's 101 pages here. I mean, the NKN's over here. This is actually a good crypto, new kind of network. So Origin, Eternity Chain, right? Haboy token. So how do you choose one of these? A Gitcoin coin. So that's why I'm like, well, I need to have a criteria of choosing crypto. That's what I did. I said, I'm going to have a criteria of how to build, how to create REN token. I mean, look at this. So these are like over 500. So how do you choose these? Well, that's what I was telling you. You have to choose cryptos that have a good governance system. And by the way, talking about governance, we have put a proposal in to add our Renegade token to the registry. So this is accepting votes. We already got 28% yes, over 19 million votes. That makes me super happy. 637,532 says no. So it looks like if we make it until, I believe tomorrow, it has one more day, then we will have our token listed on OpenChat. So this is cool. You get a vote on governance. The crypto, like I said, does all those transactions per second. It has CK Bitcoin integration. You can also, let's go over here. Where is it? It also has CKUSDC, which this is amazing right here. They're voting to have it be used in the SNS dApp. So it's official. The proposal to activate CKUSDC on the NNS is now live. So let's go back here. I just want to show you something. And I did show people the other day this, but I want to just like kind of sink this into your head so you really understand. Fear and greed index is 65, by the way. Bitcoin sitting at 69,000, Ethereum at 38. But I want to show you the most volume every single day is USDT, and number 6 is USDC. So I would love to see USDT on here because it is crazy volume. Well, why is this important for the internet computer? Well, this money, this volume flows from stable coins, from US dollars to stable coins. And then people, you know, that way they don't have to cash out to a bank. They just cash out their profits to a stable coin. And then say they made a bunch of money on Bitcoin. They bought in at 50,000, went to 69,000. Now they're taking their profit. Well, what do they sell this Bitcoin to? Do they sell it to dollars to add to their bank when the dollar, you know, could go down or whatever, or they have to pay another fee to have it come out, or whatever the reason is? No, they're going to put it into this. Why do you think it has so much volume? Because it doesn't even it doesn't even count just the Bitcoin volume, but some of the Ethereum volume, some of the Bitcoin volume, some of the BNB, some of the Solana, all of these different ones, XRP, all these billion-dollar volumes. Right, Dogecoin at 1.4 billion. So it's a good investment right now. But will it be here in 10 years? That's all I'm saying. Not clowning on Dogecoin. I'm speaking the honest truth in my experience, in my research as a full-time crypto guy. That's what I do all the time. Even when I'm working, I'm in crypto. So it doesn't matter. I'm full-time crypto, even if I do other stuff. But yeah, so all that volume, I mean, 922 million, and all of this flows into these stable coins. Well, now we have these stable coins. Where the heck did it go? Right here. Now we have these stable coins on the internet computer. So all of these transactions that cost a lot of money to do on Bitcoin and Ethereum to get, or even USDC, those can cost you some money as well. Just, you know, the spread. And then you also have to pay some sort of a fee, right? So you're going to end up paying that. You might pay the spread still, but it's going to be cheaper and faster to do on the internet computer. You can do instant transactions. There's just so many benefits of this. But yeah, if you haven't, go over here and vote for our token just to show your support. Maybe we can hit the 50% mark, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. My homie, Trevor, which I was honored to meet in Austin for ICPCC 2024, he says, guess what, Eco? We are building content studio, NFT-based rental properties completely built on ICP. Multiple artists, small business offering decentralized service around the globe. We will be offering services worldwide. So build the ecosystem in each other. I won't stop. Built entirely on ICP. So Cosmo Camera. And I'm hoping to get Trevor on the show here pretty soon. I thought I liked that already. But yeah, definitely something you should check out. One Lens Studio, Trevor Knight on Twitter. So this, as you see, we use CoinMarketCap over here a lot. But I definitely want to bring this to your attention, and I am going to link this in the chat because the good old Dominic Williams is speaking, and he is going to provide some insightful information. Yeah, I'm excited to see it on Open Chat too. I'm going to do like a swap. I'm going to do a gift as soon as Renegade gets over there. Go to Open Chat. My link is in the description below. You can join our group. I'm going to give away Renegade tokens. You can sell them. You can hold them. You can trade them. You can buy NFTs after you trade. You can do whatever you want with them. But I'd consider holding them if I were you. But It looks like my screen is frozen. Okay. Dive into the developments of ICP with CEO Toniq Williams. The highlights will include progressive end features of ICP, decentralized AI, chain fusion, cybersecurity, and the future roadmap. We will see you there. And we've been over a lot of these things, but I get my information from the source. So if you want to get information directly from the source and not a third party, I would definitely recommend that you get over here with Gabriel and Dom and find out what's going on. Now, another cool launch, we have the SNS launch here. It looks like we just had, where is it? Where are you, OGY? Probably at the bottom here. Okay, we have a new one. We got our ICPCC DAO. We got the Motoko DAO, Estate DAO, Origin DAO, which had its own governance before and it's migrating over. And I want to tell you about something real quick. So the reason that they only did 88 ICP and a 1 ICP direct commitment, I was watching a video by OGY the other day. This was not to raise funds. This was just to bring OGY onto the SNS framework for their governance and the whole SNS framework. So that's why they're doing this. This is a definite, really positive thing that they're not really trying to take money from the community, that they're just trying to build over here and they want good governance and they want good things, or else they would have had this max direct commitment a lot and the ICP minimum a lot higher. So I really appreciate what they did with this. Definitely something I like to see out of teams. They have really cool RWAs, real world assets. Origin does jewelry verification. They also have Gold DAO, which used to, I don't know if they're connected, but they're pretty closely related with the people that run it. Gold DAO as well, and they're both doing some big things with real world assets, with gold, jewelry, diamonds. Who knows what they're doing over there? They're just doing it big. They're doing it big. So that's the SNS launch. Origin's SNS has successfully passed, marking a significant milestone for our future. This achievement means Origin will soon be on the NNS of the Internet Computer, enhancing our governance capabilities and operational efficiency. OGY new tokens will be minted on June 5th. Please do not send your tokens to the NNS yet. We will provide detailed instructions on how to swap, unstake, and restake your tokens on our Twitter and Telegram. Sweet. So that's good news. We want to hear that. Okay, we already did that one. Okay, well, it looks like Ace Connolly predicts that recent advancement in the Bitcoin network and ICP's chain fusion tech could make $1 trillion DAO a reality. Imagine Bitcoin being a DAO. It would be $1 trillion DAO, right? The Bitcoin DAO. Yeah, Bitcoin DAO. So that seems pretty cool. In the Internet Computer, as you see, we've been talking about DAOs. And the cool thing about DAO is if I make a token and I want it list somewhere, I can ask the community if they want my token there. And as you saw, the community voted yes for our proposal right here. So 1 day, 15 hours left, 28.025%. Beautiful. Now let's see what ASIN has to say. I don't know what's going on with that. So Definity senior scientist, that's crazy. The senior scientist of Definity. I just want to share something real quick before we go into this. On our way to ICPCC, so I get picked up at the airport in Dallas because there's no tickets to Austin. I met Space Ape and Only Crypto and Space Ape's wife, and they offered to give me a ride and let me stay at their house. I don't even know that there was nice people like that in the world. I didn't know that they still existed, but they did. And so we're driving down to Austin. And we start like listening to music. Only Crypto is like DJ, kind of asking us what we want to listen to as well. And so like we start rapping like some old school, I think Tupac came on, and we're on a Twitter space. And we're all like rapping, together to this old stuff. And Asin's like pumping her fist, like really excited. It was just Ace Connolly, just super excited. And it was great. It was cool to see a Definity senior researcher to come and hang out on a Twitter space with us, rock out with us, jam out to some old school hip hop. and just have a good time. So it really makes me understand the person behind the research scientist a little more, that she's human, that Dominic Williams is human, that these are people just like us that had a really good vision and were dedicating their life to this. They don't work 9-to-5 jobs. They work crypto, which is not a 9-to-5 job. You're flying at 1 o'clock in the morning. You're landing whenever. You're working at 5 in the morning. You're working at 10 at night. So it's really cool to see the human side. And I wish Dominic Williams would show his life, like when he showed himself trekking through the Alps. That shows us his hobbies, right? So he's not just this computer scientist, this genius who built a great, cryptocurrency, that he's an actual human being like the rest of us, that we don't like put him up on a pedestal, but know that he has this great idea and we're all behind him. So seeing those things like Dominic Williams trekking the Alps, Ace Connolly, joining a Twitter space, rocking out, jamming out with us. That kind of thing gives us life. And that's what the internet computer is about, from the bottom to the top. So from everywhere that you can think of, from little old Renegade to big old DFINITY researcher, we're all doing this together. And that's what's cool. There's no peasants, no kings. We're all kings from the bottom to the top. So I'd love to see that. Kings and queens. Good morning from Singapore. Hey, Singapore, shout out to you guys. Hallelujah for Singapore. All right, let's move on to read this now. I just wanted to give you a little background, and the DFINITY senior scientist is the one that was fist pumping with us in the rap in our little fun trip. She was on our road trip with us, so that's pretty cool. But Bitcoin's next significant wave of innovation will revolve around DAOs, and that's so true. That's why the things that I look for the most. So you guys are with me here. Okay, sorry, just had to make sure. I mess up sometimes. So basically, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so DAOs are going to be the next big thing. We have the SNS framework here. We have the NNS, which is the governance that runs ICP. Then we have the SNS, which runs the governance of the ecosystem tokens. So we could really see a way for DAOs to hit that $1 trillion market cap by, I think, probably 2032 is when I'm thinking, not the next bull run, but the one after. We're going to see $1 trillion DAO. I agree with this. Maybe not in the time frame they say. I don't know if they did say one. We'll see if she did. After the introduction of ordinals, BRC20 tokens, and more recently, ruins, the next significant wave of innovation on Bitcoin will revolve around decentralized autonomous organizations. So not only is she talking about the DAO framework for Bitcoin or for crypto, but with the decentralized autonomous organizations will be able to integrate with runes, right? Have runes be a DAO. Create a DAO framework for a runes token, right? So I think it's really interesting to see the innovation. Now, Bitcoin is $1.4 trillion market, somewhere one point some trillion dollar market cap right now. So if we can get part of that market cap with the DAOs that we already have now, it's beautiful. Oh, Aisling. It's not Aisling Connolly. I always wondered her name. I always thought it was like Allison Aisling. That's her name. We finally figured out. Aisling Connolly, the senior research scientist at the DFINITY Foundation, has asserted this. She stated that the technology, which is now well suited to support DAOs and the more mature ecosystems, make a $1 trillion DAO a distinct possibility. Bitcoin's there. Ethereum will get there. Internet computer will get there one day, especially if the DAO is on the Internet computer SNS framework for ruins. We'd like to see that. I don't know if they can integrate the SNS framework with another chain. Whoa. Did we just think of something insane just now? Hold on, we integrated cryptos to the regular ICP blockchain. Can we integrate other DAOs to the SNS framework from other chains? So where a chain on Solana or a chain on BNB can become a DAO on the internet computer. Huh. That's crazy to think about, that we have cross-chain DAOs. Oh my goodness, how would that work? That's crazy. That is a good possibility though. So one of the greatest coordination tools in written responses provided to Bitcoin News, the Affinity Foundation scientists also commended the Bitcoin network for achieving an important milestone, the removal of a central point of trust. This achievement led to the creation of one of the greatest coordination tools globally, according to the senior scientist. However, Connolly believes that the true decentralization will only occur when the smart contracts are governed in a decentralized manner and deployed autonomously. So imagine all of your favorite projects on all of your favorite chains having a DAO framework on the SNS on the internet computer. I don't know if that's possible, but guys, tech guys, do your jobs. I'll come up with ideas. You build it. So meanwhile, one day I'm actually going to take a Motoko boot camp, so maybe I'll build it one day. Meanwhile, when asked why Bitcoin enthusiasts favor the unspent transaction output UTXO model, it was explained that it allows UTXOs to be bundled together in a single transaction, making it more predictable. Therefore, while the programming model for UTXO-based systems may be perceived as slightly more complicated, Connolly said that the benefits of efficiency and functionality are deemed to outweigh the cost. That's cool. So turning to DeFi on Bitcoin. So that's going to be huge, huge, huge. Because the protocol's recent advancements, such as ordinals and ruins, enable the network to accept data similar to NFTs and fungible tokens found in other ecosystems. So she said, Bitcoin has been a digital store of value, and it has proven, hold on. She said, until recently, due to its simple design, the Bitcoin protocol could not support functionality beyond basic storage and transfer of value. However, there have been a number of advancements that allow Bitcoin DeFi to become more realistic. New ways and new meta protocols like ordinals and ruins were developed to encode information in clever ways and hence extend Bitcoin to accept data akin to NFTs and fungible tokens found in other ecosystems. So I can't read all of this. I would love to. It's just super long and I'm going to read this on my own. And I do recommend that you guys come over here and read this because this is fire. So let's do this. Hey, El Chingon, my guy. What's up, man? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. So that's that. I think we're getting pretty far into this now. So let's just go look at volume, look at everything. This is accumulation. So even with 95 million, we're still doing pretty decent at number 86, but we are moving down the spots. Now, this is because of this $13 resistance. And also, I notice when the volume starts to plummet, as you see, look at this. We go, ooh, 50 million right here. Whoa, that's the lowest I've seen it. I think we're gearing up for a dump. I really think that after this, which is, you look for volume to go down before a move to the upside, right? But since this move to the upside didn't create what the whales wanted it to create, what is going to happen? We're going to see this go back down. Because as you see at this point right here, we were over 100 million. Even here. Okay? Then we fail to break this level, the volume goes down. We get back to this level, the volume goes up for a minute, but we're not going to be breaking back up above this 1359 area right now, unless this volume goes way up. Now, we don't have to worry as long as it stays close to 100 million. But if we see this go back down, we're either, if we see this go back down, we're going to be gearing up for a move either to the upside or the downside. When the volume retraces, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be going up. It means that the market is going to move. When you go from 100 million down to 50 million, you expect a move to happen. And when the volume goes down, it is really hard for the price to pump up to a very high level. Now, well, you say, well, this volume went down. Why did it go up? Because the volume, it failed to break this. It went to a lower price. Then they decided to pump more volume into this at that level, 62 million. Well, let's look over here. We're at 57. So there's more volume coming in. That's what you look for, a rise. So you would like to see, more of that volume come in and you can see a pump. But these are fake outs because, like I said, we're going to get one more pump up to about this before June. I really do. Whether it happens now, whether we go back down and test, you know, this area down here at 1137 first. I think that's going to happen. And then I think we're going to go up possibly and touch 1359. This area somewhere 1286 up to that area over here. And then I think after that, let's go to the year. We are going to be moving very, very high to the upside. I think we're going to be going up to 16. And then I think by August, we're going to be at $20, $19, $20 in August. Just with all the calculations I've done, with all of the research that I've done, this isn't financial advice, but I think anything around 12, 1150, these are all dream level prices for where we're at in the bull market. Now, if you got in here, you're a millionaire. If you put a decent amount of money in there, I think we've already made millionaires on this channel already. And we're about to make even more. So that's that. Definitely bullish on ICP. Now, let's look at this daily chart real quick. And as you see, you need to take screenshots of this, guys. I don't want to toot my own horn because I don't want to, because I don't deserve it. What I do deserve is you guys to take note of these. That's all I want. I don't need recognition. I need you to make money. Not, again, not financial advice, but I need that. I need that. Not saying it's going to happen, but I need that. I need my audience to be making money. That's what I need. And these levels look exactly where these bounced in between. Okay, these levels exactly. So you really have to watch these levels going forward for sure. But let's take this. It says that we're bullish on the daily. We do have this wick pushing us up right now, and we do have kind of this, equilibrium wick right here. It's just equal, parallel. But let's look at this. Okay, not the 4 hour. Let's look at the daily. So everything's neutral right now, which is good. We're not in the fear anymore. We were way in the fear before. So this could be good. I think this is a gear up for a move, like I said, to that 1350 level. Now, I want to show you something. And I'm going to show you on my screen because I want you guys to make money. You just know that you could get wrecked doing this, but I've made money 35 different times doing this, and I want you guys to make money. So if you're a Degen and you want to risk it all and leverage trade, then I'm going to show you how right now that you're going to make money. You could make money. Not you're going to, you could. I can't promise that. I'd like to say you're going to. I have a lot. Let's just say that. So I just want to show you this liquidation. Okay, we're at 1246. I'm not putting it in right now. It's too far away from my safety zone. So this is what I'm going to do. Let me just do this real quick, and then I'll get back to you here. So let's just say I get in 1190. We go to 1190 a lot. $12, $11.90, $12, whatever. Okay, I'm going to put, I don't know, let's do 25%. So this is what I do. So just look at this. This is an exact trade that I would do, 10x leverage. So I just want you to see this. This is an exact trade. I do this every time. This is how I do it, 25% of my portfolio. Whoop, 1190. Look at that liquidation price. 1079, 1075. Now, you're like, well, 1075, it could go to 1050. What are you doing? Okay, I'm going to open this. I'm going to show you what I did. Let's open this. Boom. So that's open. When it goes to 1190, it's going to go through. I've done this 100 times. And so now what do I do? Well, watch this. That liquidation price was what, 1075? Watch this. Let's just do 1090, just in case. It goes from like 1085. I normally do 10 cents above, but then at this level, I'm going to put 38% of my portfolio in there. 38%. What is that liquidation price now? $9.85. Okay, open. Open that one. $9.85. I think that's what it was. So it doesn't tell you them. So then now what I do, $9.85. So now I open one at 10. I hope like whales aren't watching and going to wreck me now. But then, and this works every time. So now I'm going to put 51% of my remaining portfolio at $10. That liquidation price is now $9.03. So if it goes up, I win. If it goes down, I win. Did I just find an infinite money glitch in the system? But it's super risky because it could go down, and I would put this at 903. So 51%, let's do that. Then I'm going to say, well, dang, maybe I want to have it lower than that. Maybe I want like 875. So now let's take another one, put the rest of it in now. Let's say $9. It was 905. Let's do 920. 903 is what it was. Okay, I'll just put 74% of it in there. Look at that liquidation price now. $8.31. So I do that, and then I could do $8.45 just in case, hey, it goes to 831. So let's do 845. So each time it goes to these prices, and it's actually going to be better than that because it doesn't count every liquidation price. It's just going with the liquidation price from the 1190. So when you put in that order at like 10 something, 1090, it's going to drop that liquidation price. And it doesn't tell you on the next one when you saw 903. So my liquidation price is going to be somewhere around like $7.50 with all of those. So there's almost no way I'm getting liquidated, whether it goes down or up. And I just shared the most crucial information that I've ever learned in crypto with you guys right now. So that's what you do. And you just put one in, 845, boom, my final liquidation price, $7. God, I wish you could see this. It won't. But yeah, $7.63 is my final liquidation price. And let's look. Are we going to go to 763 if the world crumbles? If the sky falls? Do we really go to that level, guys? Do we really go to that level? Well, let's just look where it's at. Actually, let's get this out here. Let's just look if we go to that level. Well, here is 1050. Hold on, you're telling me my liquidation price is $7.63 right here. Why is it not listening to me? It won't put a line. What the heck, man? Okay. Whoops. Anyway, now that it works again. Yeah, so you're telling me, look at that, jackpot. I didn't even try for that. Jackpot, guys. This is a jackpot. Infinite money glitch. So as you see, the worst case scenario, we go to here, 852. So I'm basically never getting liquidated. Never getting liquidated at 10x leverage at $11.90. Now you could do it from 1237 now and then just put more, like put a little bit in now and then put more as it goes down. Like if you put $100 now, you put $500 as it goes down, and you could get that liquidation price somewhere around $7 as well. You could pad up your stuff and make sure that you never lose a trade again while we're at this level. But you might lose, but that's, that's neither here nor there. But this is worst case scenario. So how do we go to $7? Well, that doesn't even make sense. That's like a huge support right here. And then even if we go back, yeah, there's basically no possible way we're going to $7. I mean, jackpot. Absolute jackpot. And I do want to shout out Six Figs for a second. Let me just talk. I didn't learn this strategy completely from Six Figs, but I did learn the concept of the strategy. So shout out to Six Figs. Thank you for being my mentor in charts. And, I'm pretty good at charts, but I always look up to somebody because I don't always think I'm the best. I think everybody has some beautiful things to offer, whether he's better, I'm better, which he's probably better, but it doesn't matter. Whether I'm better than somebody at TA or I'm worse than them, I'm still going to take advice because they see differently than I do. And TA is all about, what do you see in the charts? What is there? It's recognizing, it's pattern recognition. And so what he told me, he's like, because I didn't know that you could really mess with the liquidation price like that. He clued me in that if I lower the average price, so what it does, and I'll explain this to you, what happens when you put an order in at 1190? Your order, anything above 1190, if you're a long, you make money. Anything below that, you lose money. So what happens is, say you accidentally fake out breakout, right? A breakout with volume, and then it fakes out and goes the other way. Well, now you're getting close to your liquidation price or whatever. So what you can do is drop that average buy-in price. Let's just go with the 1190 because that's where we start. So say we're at 1190. I put in a long, think it's going to go back up because it normally hits 1190 and shoots back up, and I'm wrong, and it continues to go down. Well, do I just say, oh, dang, let's just, put this stop loss in and take it? You can, and stop losses are great strategies, but I've lost so much money in stop losses, I don't use them anymore. I use very small amounts of money and try to make big profit, because stop losses are good sometimes. Like if I have a level, then I put a big order, I'll have a stop loss. Or if I'm not at that under $10 liquidation, I might put a stop loss. But with the safety that we have right now, I'm risking it all. And so basically what you do, say 1190, it goes down, your liquidation price is 1097. Okay, 1190, it goes down to say 1120. You lose 70 cents. You're down 75% on your bag. You're like, damn, do I take my loss now or do I write it down and hope I don't get liquidated? No, you don't want to do that. You want to get in somewhere, if you're at 1190 like I did, 15 cents above your liquidation price. So 1097, you're going to want like 1112, 1113. Okay, then you put that order in. And so what happens, I'm going to explain exactly what happens. That 1190 starting price that you have is going to be in the middle of 1112 and 1190, depending on how much money you put in here and how much money you put in here. So if you put $5 here and 100 here, your liquidation, your average price is going to be somewhere around 1120, 1130. Now, if you put 100 here, 100 here, it's going to go in the middle of that. So somewhere around like 1150. So then your liquidation price goes down, because it's all about where the liquidation is from the average entry price. So that average entry price is going to be what calculates your liquidation. So now I'm at 1125 or 1112. I put it in. My liquidation price moves down to $10 now. I just lost 97 cents. Or whatever, wherever my 1150, whatever it is, because I bought it at 1112, so 1125, whatever. You get what I mean. So whatever that price is, let's say it dropped it down $1 to like 1097. Then you're like, or 997. Sorry, 997. So it drops it down $1. Then it goes to 920. You can do it again, drop that price lower, and pad it up just in case. Then that $7 level is never going to hit. So I know I went long-winded about that, but it's a strategy that I've made so many different profits on, guys. So many. And it's not a lot of money, and I do lose every now and again, but I mean, the wins are endless. Endless wins. $2, $3. I lost $1 there, $3, $30. Okay, these ones are a little better. 1197, look at that. And it went to 1234, and that's all. And I take profit. A $9 one on 1180 to 1207. I think I did 21x leverage on that one because I saw it bounce off of that level. And then boom, just more and more, guys. I mean, yeah, I lose some. That was a $24 loss right there. But 11 right before that. So I do lose sometimes, but that's not with that 10x leverage. That's all 21x leverage. So all the ones I've done 10x with my liquidation, not lost. I've not lost a one of those. The only ones is because I'm like, dang, it's not moving. I need to do higher leverage. That's why it's not moving. So 10x leverage ain't going to give me a lot of profit. But when I do those 21x, that's when I lose. That's when I lose. But yeah, I think that's all we're going to have for today. I'm going to do more in-depth TA next time. I'm just, like I said, the volume is the main principle right now. And I want you guys to understand how to trade. And leverage trading, let me just be very clear. Do not do this unless you are confident that you're okay with losing all your money and also possibly gaining, but most likely you're going to lose. But with this 10x leverage, I just gave you, let's say you have a 5% chance to win at leverage trading. I gave you another 5%. So there's a 90% chance you're going to lose. But I upped your odds. I doubled your odds by giving you this information. So please share this. Give this to everybody who leverage trades, everybody who trades crypto, so that they can do their research and see if what I'm saying is true. And that's all I ask. So, all right, guys, that being said, goodbye and good ICP.